Hello, my friends, this is Pastor Julian, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning into this video. This is your weekly sermonette for your life. All right, you see there in the video title, you'll see where it says what to do when you feel stuck. And if that's you, this sermon, this video is for you. Have you ever felt stuck? Not quitting, not lazy, just stuck. And like no matter what you do, you're not making any progress. You're not where you used to be, but you're not where you want to be either. You're kind of in the in-between stage, in that in-between feeling. And the enemy loves to whisper in the in-between. He'll say stuff like you're not really called, or you wouldn't be stuck. God is not with you, or you wouldn't really be stuck. That's the enemy talking to you. But here's the truth. Stuck does not mean still, and still does not mean silent. God does some of his best work when we feel like we can't move. God does some of his best work when we feel like we're stuck or we're quiet. Exodus chapter 14 says this. 14, 13, and 14 says, Moses answered the people, "Do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Israel here is finally leaving Egypt. They're walking into freedom, and things are changing all around them. And then bam, here comes the Red Sea. They can't cross over. The Red Sea is full. They see the sea in front of them. They see Pharaoh behind them. They're in a place where they feel stuck. And instead of Moses panicking, he says to them, don't be afraid. Don't panic. Don't be afraid. Stand still and watch God work. And that's your word for today. Don't be afraid. Stand still. Don't be afraid. Don't panic. Stand still and watch God work. And sometimes when you feel stuck, you don't need a new plan. You just need a new perspective. Let me say it again. Sometimes when you feel stuck, you don't need a new plan. You need a new perspective. So what if you feel stuck? Sometimes it's actually God has you in a place to reveal his power. Remember, you belong to him. He's not going to let you fail. You're in a place where he wants to reveal his power, his strategy. You're not stuck. You're being still so God can show out on your behalf. You're not trapped. You're about to witness yet another miracle that God is going to do in your life. We live in a generation that thinks movement equals progress. But sometimes faith means being still enough to let God fight for your battle. Moses didn't say run faster. He said stand firm. In other words, staying grounded. God's about to move. And I want to talk about faith for a minute, because we talk about faith feeling stuck, moving, whatever. Faith is always something that's in movement or in motion. But sometimes the faith is in motion and movement in us, not our physical body moving, but the faith is moving inside of us. And because it has to be realized inside of us before it is able to be acted out or promoted outside of us. So Moses didn't say run faster. He said stand firm. Stay grounded. God is about to move. And so we have another example of this with Jesus when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane. He didn't run. He didn't rush. He stayed. He prayed. He got still. And he waited on God to get him out of this unstuck feeling. And it became the greatest miracle in the history of our lives. God blessed him and gave him strength enough to continue the journey and become a savior for us in our lives. And it may be you feeling stuck. You may feel stuck in a career. You may feel stuck in ministry. You may feel stuck emotionally, whatever that is or whatever that looks like. But what if this stuck place is the soil for your next miracle? Sometimes God shuts things down to show you that he's still in control, that he's still the way out, and he is still the way maker for your life. So what do you do when you feel stuck? Number one, be still. Stop trying to control everything. Number two, stand firm. Hold your position. Don't back up. Number three, watch God. Expect movement even when you don't feel momentum. And number four, listen. Sometimes God allows you to feel stuck so you can finally hear him clearly. So stop trying to fix it in your own strength. It's not your battle. It's God's battle. You stand still and see the salvation of God for your life. All right. So this week, stop panicking about the delay in your life and start expecting God to display something before you in your life. You might feel stuck, but the Red Sea is about to part in your life. You're not stuck. You're set up. God didn't forget you. He didn't push you aside. He's just about he's fighting for you on your behalf. Be still, stand firm, and watch God blow your mind. All right. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, comment on this video. Until the next time, you be empowered. God bless.